say you? The stream is live.
We are getting started here tonight, Thursday, Into the Void. We're doing a Fantastic Four trailer breakdown, and we're going to give you 10 comics that are fantastic finds in the wild. Keep your eyes peeled. Onto the Into the Void podcast. Hey, yo. All right. I got distracted because something popped up that said out of storage, this video won't be recorded or something. I don't know.
Oh, shit. We'll do it live.
Yeah. I don't know. This video won't be recorded. I mean, it's going to be live, but I don't know if I can view it after.
No one will know.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's it. We're all here together and nobody else. Nobody else gets it. And my little boiling pot of red.
Yes, sir. How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up, fingers and toes? ECF 124. Where'd you get that? Hell yeah.
Where'd you get that? What's up? What's up? How's it going? How's it going? We're gonna have a good show tonight. We're gonna do a full trailer breakdown, and kind of step by step and frame by frame, and talk about what we're seeing and what we think and theorize. That's all the fun stuff. And then Rev and I cultivated a tiny list for you guys to maybe check out some Fantastic Four comic books that if you're out there in the wild and you see them, hey, this might be something that you didn't know existed. So check it out. And I'm trying to I think we both were kind of trying to stay on the off beaten path. I don't think these are things that are currently on Hot 10 list or spec decks or anything like that. So I think these are going to be pretty fresh takes. What do you think?
I know so, because I went looking at them and I'm like, no one wants this shit at all that I'm looking at, Dude, but let me tell you before we start the trailer, something I did notice while looking at all the Fantastic Four covers is dude, the Fantastic Four covers, I mean, say what you want about the comic books inside, but the covers are amazing.
Yeah.
They're super colorful. There's a lot of bombast. There's words all over it. I mean, it takes you back to a time where you had to tell the story. And I sat there looking through Marvel Unlimited to find the covers, and I was like, this is incredible, all these covers. I want to read all these. Not really, because I'm sure the stories are stupid, but the covers make them look great,
Well, yeah, those the older FF stuff is definitely an acquired taste. It's of its time, 100%. I mean, the Fantastic Four themselves are so of their time,
Yes.
So, which I think is going to be one of the hard things to nail with this movie coming up. And I don't know if you were one of the very few that caught the trailer reaction that I did. Did you catch that?
No, I did not. When did you do that?
I did it the morning of.
No, fuck. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Did it come out yesterday?
A couple days ago, yeah. So I don't know if anybody caught it. I took it down because I was going to do another video that day, which I did end up releasing. And I took it down because I did not like, one, it was performing terribly. So I was like, it's going to just mess up the page's algorithm. So I just scrapped it. And dude, I was so tired. I was just like, I don't like it. I was like, I don't like it. So I took it down. Medusa. What is up?
What's up, Medusa?
But a couple of things that I was mentioning in there was the fact that because FF is just so of their time, they're pretty goofy, and it's an obstacle to try to get them done correctly, where the CGI looks okay and where their powers don't seem goofy, right?
Look, when you say of their time, what you're really trying to say is it doesn't translate to anything past 1970, and you could say that.
Yeah,
just say it. Just say it. John Byrne did his best in the mid '80s, and then
even that stuff's dated now.
Yeah. The Fantastic Four died out somewhere in the early '90s, the very first iteration of it. And then they just keep trying over and over and over and over again to make the Fantastic Four relevant. And the reality is they're not. They're not relevant now. So what do? You
their powers. Well, their powers are not relevant, but their core message of what they are, the family aspect of it, that is the only reason why I think that they have a fighting chance It's just a matter of making, it's just a matter of finding that formula of making their powers cool. Really, I mean, let's be honest. Human Torch, that's never going to not be cool. And really, the Thing isn't too bad either. It's and neither is the Invisible Woman. It's Reed Richards' goofy stretching ass that's going to be the biggest. You know, it's going to be the biggest thing ever. It's going to be, oh yeah, Papers and Plastics show. Yeah, hot new show, Paper and Plastics. That's our buddy Doc Place's new channel. Sub up to them. They're doing 2 shows a week, I think, huh?
Maybe I keep catching them late. These handsome gents keep going when I don't see them. So I actually asked for some personal like care to have them tell me when they go live, just because that's how it is. But no, you
For
talk
sure.
about the relevance and things like that. So in the trailer, the one thing that's like obviously missing that we don't see is we don't see Reed Richards doing any stretching at all.
Nope.
And listen, like let's be honest here. You can say what you want, but I mean, like he's the most important one. If he looks stupid, the whole thing falls apart. You know, like the whole thing falls apart. But here's the deal, man. Like, I keep reading like people just kind of shitting on it more than not, and I think to
Really?
myself, I mean, yeah, I mean, like maybe I don't want to say who it is, but there's a person I follow on Instagram. I mean, this guy like it doesn't matter what it is. He hates everything. He hates absolutely everything, and I'm like, I don't ever comment because I think that he probably has more vitriol and piss and vinegar than love in his heart. And I don't. If I say anything, he's just gonna let it ride on me, so I don't. But this one guy hates everything, then people just add on to it, and I don't know. Have you heard a lot of positive?
Yeah. Majorly, I would say I would seeing positive feedback.
Okay, good.
But what was your? I guess let's just dive into the trailer, and we can just, talk as we go. Let me cut this music here.
It's not really a spoiler.
I mean, should we get the chat? Check the pulse of the chat. I mean, what were your? Just give us initial first reactions. We're gonna break everything down. We're gonna move through it, but initial after the first time you saw the trailer, what was the gut reaction that you guys had? Because sometimes after you watch it multiple times, like after you sleep on it, you feel a certain way. But I'm kind of curious, what was the gut reaction?
I mean, I'll talk while the people are getting their thoughts together. Like, where'd you get that? Just wait in. But I think that because I'm slightly jaded on Fantastic Four, and not in a negative way. I mean, like I keep trying to read their books, and I've read them before, but I think people are kind of like just tired. I think the general malaise of it was the fact that like, why another Fantastic Four? You keep trying these Fantastic Fours, and they just don't hit. Like the first 2 were okay, like with Ian Graffold and Jessica Alba and Michael Chiklis and Captain America. Like, and the second one had the Silver Surfer. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I didn't hate it, and I didn't hate Doctor Doom. But I think that this might be the right time for what they're doing right now. And you probably know more than I do, but I feel like this is taking place in a universe that doesn't exist. This is not Earth 616, is it?
No, this is an alternate reality, alternate universe, which is the great loophole to really introduce them into the MCU. Marvel's smart about that ultimate stuff. This alternative universe, a lot of people who aren't comic book people, when they hear of all this alternate universe stuff, probably think it's ridiculous and crazy. But truth is, if it wasn't for alternate timelines and alternate universes, a lot of this shit would have been probably dead in the water a long time ago, because you just can't keep telling the same story with the same continuity for so many years. Like, almost for it to survive, you need to have branching universes and alternate realities of things. And I think it's the perfect loophole for them to introduce it. And just how you said, with the whole 60s aesthetic, Fantastic Four is such an important component of Marvel, and ideally you would want to bring that in their original state, how they were, and it needs to be done that way. I think it needs to be done that way.
I think they should introduce them and then just leave them the fuck alone. Leave them in their little universe, doing their own little thing with their own little cheesy cast of bad guys and things like that, so we can just enjoy them with popcorn and Coca-Cola. Just leave them alone. The reason they're they're hard in the regular universe is because like they are kind of cheesy. They're supposed to be. I mean, again, you talk about their powers. Look at their powers. The only person who has a viable power is Sue Storm. I don't want to hear about Johnny Storm because, like, you can put that goddamn flame out. You know, like, he's not on Omega level or anything like that. I mean, Sue Storm is the only one who's really got the power. You know, I'll fight anybody. Talk to me.
She has some pretty amazing capabilities for sure. Let's look at some of these gut reactions here. Where'd you get this? He seemed more positive than negative. Fingertoes, I was a bit interested, but kind of the same way. It feels like each time it's a swing and a miss. Yeah, it has been many swing. Fourth time's a charm. My gut reaction was the movie feels right, the tone, the setting, etc. I agree with that. And then Plagueis, what's up, dude? Sick ass as a dog. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, that shit's going around right now for sure.
I had it a couple weeks ago. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
Yes. Let's just get into this.
Are
let's
you
just
gonna
get
do the
into
start
it.
stop thing where you start
Yeah,
and then you stop? Okay, just want to make sure. All right.
Yep. And let me know. Give me a thumbs up if, or maybe something in the chat initially in the first 5 seconds if the audio is good. All right, let's roll.
Off we go.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what.
Audio good?
I thought you were stopping to talk already. I'm like, damn, what are you already
No.
Easter egg?
Is audio good? Well, there's a few things so far.
Really? I
Audio
can hear
good.
it. I can
Okay.
fine.
Let's do this. Let's watch it one time all the way through, and then we'll break down. We'll go bit by bit. How's it sound?
Sounds good to me. Let's roll.
All right.
We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay?
T-5. Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock. The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together. As a family.
Man, all right. back to gut reactions. I mean, as a whole, that feels amazing. And I have now watched. I think that was maybe my fourth time watching this trailer. Typically, a trailer that I'm like super excited for, I will watch over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that's probably the fourth time I've watched it, and it does have an effect of every single time I watch it, it gets better and better, and I get more and more excited.
So here's what I think. I'll call my shot right now. I think that the movie goes and they've already been established, and I think that they already have like jet lag as far as being Fantastic Four. And Mr. Fantastic is the one who's saying like, no, this is all good that we have these powers and things, and everybody's already tired of them, and that's where the movie starts.
You think everybody's tired of them already?
I think so. I think the movie takes place in the middle of them being Fantastic Four, and
It does.
Like they already know what's going on, and then they talk about. I think they're all tired of being Fantastic Four, and Reed Richards was like, "No, this is a blessing." That's what he was kind of saying. Like, and everybody else is like, "No, I'm tired of this shit. I want to go back to being normal." You know, look, it looks amazing for the first time. And I was telling this to Silver Surfer the other day. I said, "This is the first Fantastic Four movie where Ben Grimm looks right, and he looks right
looks really good.
because the other coloring and the surroundings of him are right. If he was in a modern era, like when you and I walk outside today, he would look stupid looking like that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
because, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say, well, like I was gonna say, let's break him down when we get to his section. Let's start rolling through it then. If we're gonna start breaking it down, but your overall initial feeling after watching it is excitement. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I mean, I'm gonna try and be a better person now, Johnny. I'm not gonna do the whole boohoo and movie things. I don't care, god damn it. I'm gonna go see the movies.
Of course.
You know, like, and I'm gonna hang out with my friends, and we're gonna enjoy them for what they are. I'm done.
Should we do
being-
box office predictions now or at the end?
Ooh, but wait, because we gotta talk about Superman with that whole thing. You know, but
What do you mean?
okay, so like, let's be honest here. So Superman comes out 4 days earlier.
It's like no, it's like 2 weeks earlier.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I'm going to say this right now, and I keep our predictions, by the way. I keep a little thing over here on my desk. But I'm going to say that Superman makes more money, but that Fantastic Four is the better movie.
Fuck no.
You don't think?
I disagree. No.
Wait, did you hear
I
what
think-
I said? I said
Yeah.
one's going to make more money, but the other one's better. Why can't I have it both ways?
I think Superman is going to. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that's out of the realm of possibilities. I think that's a possible scenario, but I'm going with which one's going to make more money.
It's going to be Superman.
I think Fantastic Four because I think Fantastic Four is going to be. I think Fantastic Four is going to be the better movie.
Okay,
And
you said
the word
box
of mouth-
office.
Yeah. No. I'm think Fantastic Four is going to be the better movie, and I think the word of mouth is going to give Fantastic Four the longevity, and it's gonna overtake Superman in the box office. I think Superman's going to get an initial huge hit because it's Superman and his popularity, and then I think there's going to be things. It's not going to be quite as good as maybe some people's expectations, and it's
Right.
going to start to taper off towards maybe week 2 when people. Now it could maybe some people go to see Fantastic Four and it's sold out, so they go over to see Superman instead. It does have that going for it. It's already going to be in theaters. You know, that's another option there. But do you because of crypto? I mean,
He might
dogs
be
are
right,
amazing.
man.
I mean,
he might be right, dude.
look, that is definitely one of the angles why they have crypto as you know. I mean, look, the for the Super Bowl, they're
Is there
using
more?
crypto.
Oh.
well, we need to get back to the trailer, but this will be the last thing on Superman. They're using the Puppy Bowl as their platform to launch the Superman trailer. So they're going to do something with crypto. So they're leaning on crypto hard for the marketing for this. You know,
That's kind of lame then. That's kind of lame. They're using a fake dog for. You know how I feel about the crypto thing. I'm fine with him being in
Yeah.
the movie because again, the tone of the movie. But
yeah.
So this, I mean, like, I don't like to ever go against you in movies. I think it's a fucking fool's bet
No.
to judge against. But listen, okay. So like, if Superman comes out 2 weeks earlier, again, we all win. Two great movies. But here's the thing that's funny to me: these movies have been in production and been being recorded and written, and they literally come out 2 weeks. So this is obviously, like I was telling my wife last night. She's like, it's happenstance of the timing. I'm like, it can't be. You know, these have been years in development and filming and writing and editing, and they come out within 2 weeks of each other. No, this was careful summer blockbuster planning. Am I right there?
Yes, it is. This is two heavyweights in the movie, in the film industry, just duking it out in the summer box office, which is great. It's cool. I'm super
Yeah.
excited for this July, but I think FF4 is going to be the better movie. I think that is going to, and I think it's going to have more promise, and I think that's going to for its universe heads, and I think it's going to overtake Superman in the box office. Yep.
Okay, so the only reason I go against you, and I'm just going to go with the fact that Superman is a way bigger commodity. I know. I know Superman's been lame for a long time. I understand that.
But what's interesting though, what you're about to say, like, or what you just said, yeah, he's been lame for a long time. Like he's kind of facing the same issue as the Fantastic Four, right? They're both super dated.
Yeah.
They're both super
Ooh.
dated. So
Look at you. Good call.
it's just, and we've talked about this previously on the podcast, how like the similarity is, it's almost poetic. This duel of the box office that's going to be coming in July. You've got Superman, who is also of his time, super dated, hard to get right. And then you've got Fantastic Four, who shares the same thing. But the foreseeable future of both DC and Marvel's cinematic universes really weigh heavily on these two movies and how well they do. You have Gunn, who this is the first step, pun intended, right? Of hit. That's the name of the Fantastic Four movie. First steps.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. This is Gunn's first step in his universe, right? In his DC universe, and is going to. And Gunn even said, if Superman does not do well, they're not doing anything else after that. And then you've got Fantastic
Really?
Four.
Did they say that?
Gunn said that. James Gunn said that. Yeah.
It's wild to just give up on it immediately like that. That's on him, isn't it?
No, I don't. I think it is on him, and I don't think it's. I think it's wild. I think that's completely. It's the right way of thinking, because if you can get Superman right, your flagship character, like you shouldn't really be doing much else. You should.
Well, what do you do then? I mean, like if you're DC, I mean, listen, DC's got a lot of killer characters.
Right.
And again,
Yeah.
I can't stress to you enough of the absolute series that are running right now are so good. But I mean, if you can't get Superman right with this much time, and the person that you like wooed away from Marvel, who wanted
Sure.
to do this, who like is
Yeah.
showing himself like digging into the lore of Superman,
Yeah.
if you can't get it right, I mean, that's that's on you. But it's also the subject matter. So I mean, like, what do you do? DC can't just start making movies. They can't just put out a Batman movie every 4 years.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, yeah. No, I mean, who knows? Maybe they could. I mean, it would get old eventually, but like, so that, and then you've got, Fantastic Four is Marvel's, initial, like, this is the first taste of the remaining of this phase, and their whole, they're gonna end with Secret Wars, right? That's the end game. Secret Wars is the end game. This is their first step towards that.
So it's literally the battle of the fuck ups. Both studios are like, let's run our two biggest fuck ups at you. It's
Right.
see which one you like more.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Fantastic Four Part 4. Could it be yet another fuck up? Superman again. Could it be another fuck up? The
Right,
battle of
right.
the fuck ups coming to July.
And here, and you're right. And like, here is what's even more heavily weighing on it is, like, really both these movies are battling against each other in a sense, but at the same time, they're battling with each other against the longevity of comic book content. And it's like, if both of these movies flop on the same month in the heart of the summer, that is not good for comic book movies, period. Like, it's for widespread. Yeah. Could you crank out a Batman movie with a director with a great vision in a A-list casting? Sure. Could you crank out a Spider-Man movie with a bunch of nostalgia and A-list casting? Absolutely. But can you keep all of these components of each, IP going, where people are going to anticipate what's 2-3 years down the line? If both of these movies flop, it's not good. So in a way, they're battling against each other, but they're also fighting with each other to save comic book movies for the foreseeable future. And I think it's extremely poetic that it's Superman and Fantastic Four, the OG of the start of superhero comic books, for each of their respective, studios. I think it's poetic.
I like it.
Yeah.
Quick question for you. Can you hear my microphone okay?
I can hear you okay. You don't sound
Just real quick. You had a beautiful soliloquy, but Fingers and Toes gave me a little text saying that my mic was low. So I'm just wondering if do I sound okay to you?
I wouldn't say low. I would say it doesn't sound like it's got like bass. Maybe a little.
Oh, a little tinny, huh?
Yeah. Can
I'll
you
keep
add some
working
bass
with
to it?
Can I add some bass?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Give us a little more, Johnny, while I work on that real quick.
Sure. I mean, let's hear from the chat. Who takes it in the box office? FF or Suits?
Man.
Suits or
Words.
FF? Or is it Jurassic? The new Jurassic World with Black Widow in it?
Wait, she is in that, isn't she?
She is. Yeah. She's in that.
Bring back Dallas Harp. What's her name?
Bryce Dallas Howard, running in her
Bring
heels.
Let her always be there.
And if you're just coming in here, if you could, we didn't ask for this in the beginning of the show, but please hit the like button. If you could hit the like button, pretty please.
Let's see here.
Share the show. Share it with your friends.
Share. God,
Yeah.
okay. It might be on you, man, to fix that bass. I don't know.
No, I looked at your mic settings earlier. You're all the way up.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know.
I think it's your microphone.
a microphone. Let's see here.
But
I don't know.
all right, let's see. We got Zim says Fantastic Four will do no more than 170 million on opening weekend. Really?
We'll do no more than, he says. Okay.
170 on opening weekend? You really don't think so?
That's a lot, though. Hold on. That's a lot of money.
I don't know.
$170 million on opening weekend?
On opening weekend? Is that? I don't know what the averages are for opening weekend.
I felt like
think
that's a
Superman,
lot.
but I hope they both do really well. Yeah, everyone wins. Yeah. 170 on. I don't think that is. I don't know. But we're not gonna. All right. We're gonna get back to the trailer.
Break it down, baby.
Let's go. Here we go.
And I'll just pretend like I'm pushing buttons to fix my microphone.
Boop boop beep boop.
Look at turning this. And...
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Okay. Is this guy good or what?
Oh, pause it. Pause it.
I am.
That lets you know they're bored. They're bored. We eat dinner every weekend at Sunday at 7. And then the only thing that gets Ben Grimm up is watching a robot cook marinara sauce. Come on.
I would disagree with. I would
What?
disagree with that. Yeah.
All right,
They're so
door opens.
like
everyone's bored.
no. It's they're putting on a front for somebody who. All right. So they're famous, right? They're allowing people into their home. It's almost like a Cribs, MTV Cribs before MTV Cribs.
Fair.
And so they're putting on a front for people, which is why Reed sounds so different when he's talking here than when he does when he's talking to Sue in the bed. And
Hey yo.
and
Don't we all
yeah.
know?
Yeah, no, I think no, they're at the height. They're at the height of their fame here. They are 100% at the height of their fame.
Yeah.
So I just think that no, I don't think anybody's sick of them. I think they're at the height of the fame. They're letting people into their house to kind of see what's going on, and then, but the music, I love the opening of the doors. I love the music. Michael Giacchino is the composer for this, and he is like, that is one thing that they're getting right off the bat. That is a huge factor, and that is a score, a theme song. That is because the Avengers had a theme song. Like these, you need theme songs. You need that musical component.
Well, so does Superman. Superman has a theme song. I'm just kidding.
No, but you're right. Like guess what? The last greatest Superman movie contained an incredible theme song.
I think music is definitely key. I think you're right. I think the whole twinkling music in the thing so far is good. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, it's fun. Claude just said something that's kind of super relevant, and this would be, is he in this movie? Is Robert Downey Jr. in this movie?
I think he will make a very small appearance. Yes.
Real quick to jump around, and I want to stay on this, but I mean, if he comes in, that means he exists in this universe. And that means if he exists in this universe and he has to be in another universe, then that means he's going to move universes. I don't want this for the Fantastic Four. I really want the Fantastic Four to be their own entity and stay right where they are so that we can have their menagerie of bad guys that are super crazy and colorful and we can just enjoy them. I don't want them to come to the modern era and hear Beyonce singing country music. I don't want that,
Yeah.
But anyway, so you're saying that they're not bored, they're happy, and Ben Grimm is just talking to a robot about marinara sauce.
They're not bored. Yeah, they're happy. Yeah, I think that's just showing you. So what I really loved was like what this trailer is showing you here. It's giving you a dynamic that really nobody was kind of expecting or really thinking that they wanted. When I saw them two together, I was like, oh, dude, that's the buddy cop thing that, like, I didn't know that this movie or this group needed. When you throw Herbie into the mix, because, honestly, Ben is and that he has always been like he's always kind of been set to the side. He has always been an outcast because he's the only one that can't turn his powers off. And you know, I think it's cool that Herbie's involved in this, and it kind of can give them two a little bit of a friendship that you can't wait to see. Like when they have screen time together, I think maybe it's going to get real funny and real fun, and I think that's going to be real good for the movie. And that's all I think that they're showing you here.
Well, remember, it's a Disney movie, so Herbie is in this movie because they need to have the cute little lovable side character, you know.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
so that's why Herbie's there, because we're gonna see like a Herbie toy now, and
yeah,
you know, just like we saw like the BB-8s and we saw the little weird furry things.
Sure,
and,
but he's still fun and you know,
sure.
He's still fun, and like I do think they're writing him with, though he is made to sell toys, I'm sure he's still an old school character, and they are writing him, I think, with the intent of making this work, like, you know, making it good.
How amazing would it be? Okay, look at it like this. Like, so you don't read comic books, okay? Suppose you just see, like, you just watch movies. That's all you give a shit about. You don't watch, you know, read comic books, and you don't care about the Fantastic Four. If you just saw this trailer, like, we're coming from a place of knowledge. We know this stuff. But if you'd never seen Fantastic Four and you didn't know what it was, and you saw this retro-looking, would this make you want to watch it? You know?
I mean,
do you know what I'm saying? We see Ben Grimm, we're like, oh, it's the Thing, and he looks right finally. But somebody else is going like, there's some dude made out of rock. How does he piss? You know, like that's talking to a robot about marinara.
Yeah, I mean, I think people who if they were completely oblivious and were to see this, yeah, I think people would go watch it. I think it would look appealing. Yeah.
Okay. Like, I just wanted to know. Yes, John, it is live. I was thinking, like, I don't know. I mean, because I try and so I talk really fast, Johnny. You know that. And so when I'm trying to express my excitement to things for my wife just looks at me like I'm an idiot because she has no idea what I'm talking about. You know. So I showed her the two trailers, by the way. Superman's got a new trailer that just came out, and it's not good. It's not good at all. Like, the original trailer was great. This one is not good to me. And she looked at both of them and she said, like, the first one, which is Fantastic Four, she said she would go see Fantastic Four just because it looked more appealing. And I said, why? And she said, dude, to a point, she said, the music and the tone. And I said, yep. You know, she said, it looked good. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So
Absolutely.
there might be something there. But I'm interested because, like, when you think about the toys, again, we all know this is all for money. How do the toys look? The Thing? I mean, who's going to be playing with the Thing? You know, I mean, like, maybe, you know, like, these toys have all been done before. I mean, ask Doc Plagueis, you know, he'll show us what's going on.
They're out there.
But I'm interested, you know, I'm just interested how this translates to people who don't know anything about these people, you know?
Yep.
You think?
But yeah, but this is a great dynamic. Also, in the beginning of this, where you got the Baxter Building, and I've heard some theories here that when she's walking here, that she is they're editing out with CGI that she's actually pregnant, because it is believed that it is pretty much known in this movie that she's going to be pregnant and she's going to have Franklin Richards.
Franklin.
So, like, if you look at how she's walking in this, she's walking a little bit differently, and they might be CGIing out the baby bump.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week.
Watch right here.
Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what.
She's got a little waddle. She's got a little, like,
she did wobble. Who was that?
Yeah. So that's kind of the thought, is that they're actually CGIing out her baby bump, and so, like, the reasoning behind it is because, and I mean, nobody really knows for sure the reasoning behind it, but the theory is that they want people to see the Fantastic Four as the four of them first, and, like, without a baby, without Franklin, like, here's the team. It is what it is, and, like, yeah, but everybody thinks she's pregnant right there.
7 on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Back it up one more time. I want to see her wobble one more time.
Family dinner every week. Sunday at 7
Whoa.
on the dot, no matter what.
Yeah.
We're all
Who
here.
was that?
I mean, I just, I think.
What if she's not pregnant? We're just bad people.
Also possible. Baxter
Hurley,
Building.
how's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Oh yeah, his sound design is really good. The thing, all the little movements of him and his rocks and his clapping of the hands, I thought was really good too. His sound design's good.
What did you think about the casting of that, the thing?
So, I mean, when I saw it, I didn't initially have a problem with it. But you know, and now hearing his voice, it's not this grumbly, real deep voice, but it is definitely, yeah, but it is definitely a New York accent, and you know,
That's fair.
I think it's good that they're keeping his real voice and they're going with the traditional heavy brown line.
I love it.
And also Evan Moss Baccarat's eyes, his real eyes.
How do you know these people's names like that? You just let that
I've heard
shit
it
roll off
over
the
and
tongue.
over. Because I've heard it over and over and over. I watch a lot of Marvel stuff.
Okay. His name is Evan Basquiat. What's his name?
Evan Moss Baccarat.
Oh, now you're not so sure.
Baccarat.
Oh my
Baccarat.
god.
And so, but I think they're keeping some key elements that allow you to see the humanity of him, you know, that allow you to see the human of him, and his real eyes, his actual eyes still being there, and that heavy brown line. He can be very expressive with that. I think that's super smart, super smart.
I think this is important to answer real quick here. Has Reed ever had a mustache in the books? The answer is,
Of
I don't
course.
fucking know. They've had like 700 books.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
He's had a
Sure he
he's had
has.
beard. He's had beard many times.
Yeah, he's had
yes.
beards.
But that's a fair point. What are you gonna do, Pascal? What's his last name?
Pedro
Pascal.
Mhm.
I mean, you chose him as Reed Richards. I mean, like he's clearly a Latino man. What do we like? You know, so
I think his voice so far, like how he's talking in the beginning of this here, where he's sounding very studious, I guess you could say. He's sounding very, very nerdy. The little bit that we've heard from him in this trailer, so far so good. You know, so far so good. Yeah.
No, but real quick, like I said, just real quick, we talked about Evan Peters, who playing the Thing. What's his name again?
Evan Moss Baccarat.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, wrong guy completely. But no, I mean, I think the mustache is fine. Hector, I feel like I think that Pascal's there because he brings heavy emotion. I think he can bring heavy emotion. Whatever Reed Richards needs to do, where he's a total dick but needs to be able to feel things and cry, I think he can bring it, and I think he can bring it right. So I mean,
I think, yeah, I definitely think his acting chops are there. I also think he's there for the quote unquote the normies, you know, the people that don't read comic books, the people that need the A-lister to be like, oh, Pedro Pascal's in there, let's go see that, you know.
well put, well said. I think that you're probably right. You know.
Yeah, I think that's and that's smart, but that everybody else, you know, even Joseph Quinn being the Human Torch, he's, you know, he was in Stranger Things, but he's still not a household name yet. Vanessa Kirby sure as hell is not a household name, and neither is Evan, not a household name.
I don't know,
So-
man. He was in the Chef Show. It's really good. That I can't remember the name. The Bear. He was in
Yeah,
The Bear.
yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know who Sue Storm is. The only part I don't like the casting of, and I honestly don't care, is Johnny Storm's character. Prove me wrong, whoever you are, actor guy. But I don't know. I saw Stranger Things, and I didn't care about him in there either. And then I just became sour because everybody really loved him, and I was like, it wasn't that good. But
Oh, that is great.
so I'm saying, like, maybe at some point I became sour to it, you know. So, but I mean, anyway, casting's fine with me. I like No Names better. Go.
Cool.
Okay. Is this guy good or what?
And also,
I
his
wanna add a
CGI
couple
looks
cloves
good.
of
I
garlic.
think his CGI
Not
looks
because
good.
it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip. Okay.
The negative zone?
Huh?
What is he writing? You saw what he's writing on the board, or no? It was Jono. Jono yesterday was telling me what he was writing on the board. I was like, how do you know?
Yeah, he was writing Yeah, these are like, I saw a thing where somebody who's way smarter than us, broke all this down. He's basically coming up with theory of multiversal travel and bending space and
No.
yeah. He's looking at
No.
multiversal travel.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible.
Okay, real quick, I just noticed this. Listen to how he says you couldn't turn invisible. Like, he's a A-list star. Okay, they're trying to get Pedro for money to bring money in, but the dude can act. Like, just such a subtle New York accent when he says that, and it's like, it's just very, very real, very, very realistic when he says you can turn invisible.
But
You couldn't turn invisible.
Yeah.
The first time, you couldn't turn invisible.
Like, it's, I don't know why that just caught me off guard. I was like, wow, that's just really, really good.
But you're saying he's basically saying that you want to be invisible. You know, he's like you couldn't. But look at the good thing. I'm telling you, man. They're all bummed out about being the Fantastic Four, and the facade is cracking, the family's cracking, and then finally the Galactus comes, and they all learn to come back together. I'm fucking right, dude. Sign me,
Well,
Marvel.
I mean, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they're not going to disband. I'm not saying that they're not going to disband in this. But I'm just saying that, like I don't think that they're tired of being the Fantastic Four.
I think they've lost their spark. I think
You've
they've lost their spark, and
Some
they're,
sparks right
they're-
there.
They're drifting. Yeah, I think they're drifting away as like a family of you know. That's why Stranger Things is sitting on the sofa in a mask, smoking himself maybe, and he's just bored. I think everybody's bored, and there's no crime in the city anymore. You know, that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, Galactus's tiny head appears.
I have a theory. I don't know if I can say it though, because it might. There's elements of this movie that I know are true that I don't know if
Say
it's a
it.
spoiler or not. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not.
It's not a
don't
spoiler.
know.
The movie hasn't come out. You haven't seen it. It can't be a spoiler. You're all just hypothesizing.
It's theory. No, this thing is 100% certain. I know for a
What?
fact.
How? How would you how are you this much of an insider?
Like, because I told you I watch a lot of Marvel stuff.
All right. What is the thing's real name again?
What is Ben Grimm?
No, the movie actor. What's his name?
Evan Moss Backrock?
I'm just gonna keep checking with you.
Evan Moss Backrocks. All right. Let's continue. What do you say? Hold on. I don't like the voice. You don't like the voice? I like the voice. I think it's good. But to each their own.
Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Smoking himself.
And I am right here.
So good. So, one, the music is continuing to do a great job, but two, the writing of what she's saying, the dialogue of what's been written for the characters, I think is hitting really, really well. Like there's a lot of metaphor stuff, like, Ben being a rock, being a hard dude, and then her saying I'm right here when she's the invisible woman, like saying that she's right here. Johnny's always been Johnny, just shows like they're definitely going to nail home their brother and sister dynamic. So like there's a lot in that writing and that short bit of dialogue, I think that's hitting really well just in this trailer.
God, what I really want them to do is so something this trailer is doing that's just got me really excited. No lie at all, is the fact that they're really just avoiding Reed Richards in this.
Yes.
I hope that they just keep avoiding him and not saying anything, and that he's just like he just he becomes the maker in this movie, and we do it.
So check it out. If you look at his real superpower is his intelligence. Like that is
He just
That
like,
is-
what? It's his heart. What do you mean his intelligence? He fucking stretches.
dude. He's the smartest man in the world.
That's not a superpower. It's called studying.
But what I'm saying, his real power,
okay, okay.
yeah,
I
that
got
is
you,
a
I got you.
superpower. That is a superpower. A superpower, being the smartest person in the world is not considered a superpower.
It wouldn't be considered a superpower.
You're super smart, so super smart that you're the smartest ever. I think that's a superpower.
I mean, but I don't know. I mean, that's weird. to say it's a superpower. But the
If-
smartest person in the world is what? Do you think that Stephen Hawking was like, I'm super powered smart?
So if I guarantee you Reed's IQ
Uh-huh.
compared to a normal person's IQ outweighs his stretching ability. Like he's more useful in his mind than he
Yes.
is in his stretching.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You know.
So how is the superpower the stretching? If he had to choose, if any team member from any Marvel character, I'm pairing you up with Reed Richards, you can only get one of his powers, his mind or his stretching. What is everybody going to say? They're going to say, I want his mind.
No,
Therefore-
fuck that, dude. Stretchy shit. Come on.
All right, now you're just being contradictory.
No, I'm not. I mean, like, unless he's got, like, is he gonna like save my life? No, because fucking stretch and do cool shit. I mean, you know,
Dude.
I get what you're getting at, but I mean, like, I don't want to go the Batman superpowered way.
What do
I
you
get
mean?
what you're getting at. Like, you know, Batman's not a superhero. That whole thing, you know, like his mind isn't a superpower. But I'm potato.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is
But-
like,
I guess what I'm saying is they could almost get away with not showing his stretching because I had to remind myself that that's what he did after I watched this. Like, you know, you see him like figuring out the problems and you know, like that's where his power set is. Like if they went the route of he didn't even want to use his stretching unless he had to, I would be okay with that. Like I don't need to see him stretch all that much. He doesn't need to be like, for instance, in the second one, the second Fantastic Four with Chris Evans and all them, right? They used his stretching whenever they could. Like whenever they could, we're gonna show him do something funky with his stretching and like everybody's gonna get a laugh out of it. I think they should keep it to where he's not gonna stretch unless he absolutely freaking has to. And I don't think they showed it in the trailer because they probably have not perfected how it's gonna look yet.
Yeah. No, listen, like full disclosure again. I mean, like you're saying, the maker is awesome, and Reed Richards is obviously the smartest person. I wonder, don't like him and Doctor Doom. They fight that constantly, you know, against each other. You know? But I think that it's understood that Reed is smarter, and that Doom just has more power. So I mean, like in the end, yeah, like you know, you want Reed Richards to be smart. And I'm just wondering if this movie is like really going to lean into that, which would be great. I actually, like you said, I probably don't need to see him stretch as much. The only reason I need to see him stretch is to see if they can do it with the CGI to prove it to me, you know. But I think that in the end, yeah, I mean, his brain is what's going to, you know, propel this movie, and it's going to create the problem too. We all know that he's going to make the problem with his brain, and then he's going to solve the problem with his brain at some point, you know, somehow.
Yeah.
You know, so, but anyway.
There's also a shot in here where I also think I think his CGI, Ben's CGI looks really good right here. I think that looks so good, dude. I just think it looks so good.
They're really leaning into the fact that he's the outside kind of guy. I think that from this trailer that all the stuff that we've read about all these years in the traditional Fantastic Four looks right. You know, I mean, this is before the Thing has met Alicia and fallen in love, and like, you know, he's all, you know, happy go lucky. It's before like Johnny Storm's, you know, obviously, was he with Crystal from the Inhumans? Well, I think
Johnny. I have no idea.
Okay. I mean, like, look, I'm just flexing a little bit on you, but I think that he
Please do.
all these people had like, you know, people to make them feel confident at some point, but this looks like this is before that. Kind of era, which is cool, you know. Like I think it's cool. Again, I mean, I'm all in, you know.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. His Johnny Storm's flame powers look good. I feel like that's easy to nail, though. I mean, you know, he's on fire. Let's see where we at.
Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
What is
That's
that?
cool.
What is
That's
that?
fucking cool. Is that Galactus like destroying part of the world and shit's flying your way? Is that like Frankie coming as a herald with fire? I mean, what is that? You're right. You know,
that's a good theory. Frankie Ray Nova coming in, maybe. I think that'd be really cool. I
To
think
answer that
it's.
question. I do read them. So anyway,
I guess I think that's an incursion.
so you think it's an attack? You don't think it's like flying?
No, I think that's an incursion. I think that's like, um,
Annihilus.
no. I think it's an incursion, like, like two universes. So the Earth, so every Earth in every single universe is when an incursion happens and universes collide, it
Oh,
always collides at the Earths of that universe always are the first point of impact. So I think that this is their Earth from their universe colliding with another Earth
shit.
from another universe. Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I think that the scene before with Johnny going in the air and like falling back is because he realizes he can't fly in outer space. I mean, that's fairly easy. No oxygen, no flame, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I really, and I'm not the writer here, but I really do think that they're leaning on the fact that they were like becoming bored. I think that I'm right, man. We'll see. And then
I don't think they're bored. I don't think they're bored. I think it has something to do. Okay. Kind of potential spoiler alert. All right. Kind of. I don't know. I don't.
do you know this much? Do you know this much?
think-
Like you're like, go ahead.
Well, I think that this will be revealed very early on in the movie. Okay. If this is true. Okay. They are not originally from this. They exist in this universe here, but they're not originally from this universe here. I think Reed is trying to get back.
Oh, well, that's
And
fucking cool.
then I think the rest of them maybe don't want to go back,
Wow, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Look, I mean,
which would
say no
align
more.
with which might align with what you just said of if Reed tries to go back, maybe something that he's doing is causing the problem, maybe causing the incursion, and that's how it all kind of ties in together.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So an incursion. Okay, cool. I'm down with that, man. Look, make it bombastic, make it huge. I'm in.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the last person we see is, female Galactus from Marvel Rivals. So
Yeah. So so this is probably, maybe where Downey Doom might enter the game. I think this is definitely in the later half of the movie. This is like towards the end of the movie, this shot here for sure. You could even see like in some shots, the Ben Grimm is appears to be bigger in some of these shots compared to the other shots. So it's almost like he's growing, like he's getting bigger and bigger. Because in the comics, he stands toe to toe with Hulk, and all of these shots here, he stands at what 6 foot with Reed Richards. Like he's not obnoxiously big. Like if you were to put him next to the Hulk, he would dwarf in size, and that's just not accurate. So I think maybe his powers is he's consistently getting bigger and bigger.
I always love those comic books that always show like the cross section of the thing. Like
Yeah.
his skin versus his bones and his muscles
Oh, yeah.
and things like that. I always
Yeah.
like those. I think that like when you say that, I'm pretty sure Hulk beats him pretty handily most times. That the thing
Yeah.
is just there to like slow him down while people are doing things. But look,
I mean, the Hulk's the strongest, one of the strongest ever. Like the Hulk is like his power, his strength is unparalleled.
I think that if you're right about these things that you're saying, I think that I'm excited about that. I mean,
Yeah.
everything you're saying makes it sound better than what my initial thought. And look, how long is the trailer? 2 minutes? Like,
Minute 37, yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, all that makes it sound even better than what I would see with the trailer. So anyway,
And Sue's powers, not only like her powers, but the way, even like in this shot here, that where she's flickering in and out, that looks so good. That looks so cool. And then like they're going with like here where she's doing like the rainbow, the bending of light, very like scientifically accurate and just, I mean, awesome. Like Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. I
Who is
think
she
this
anyway?
is going to be,
Who is she?
is she?
I don't know who she is. Yeah.
She's I think she's British actress that she's been in a few things here and there, but this will by far, her name will be attached to this role, I think, for the rest of her life. I think she's going to absolutely nail this role. What Deadpool is to Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine to Hugh Jackman, she will be known as Sue Storm for the rest of her life. I think she's going to do that well at this.
Oh,
at
well,
this.
good. I hope so. I hope that that's the case.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah, for sure.
I am
Cash
right
that check.
here. Whatever life throws at us, We'll face it together.
I just want the car.
All right. Not to break down
Well,
there.
who is Malkovich going to be?
Red Ghost? I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
But he's from the original FF series. He wasn't a big villain. I was thinking he was going to be Mole Man because he kind of looks like he's underground, but they have that other guy that's cast as well who would look more like Mole Man. He's not in this trailer. Let's go back. One thing that's really cool about this movie is that there's a couple of shots, this one included. Some of this takes place during the Halloween time, which I love. I think that's awesome. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
The car looks fucking cool.
If it flies,
Fantastic.
oh sweet Jesus, please let it fly.
Oh yeah, it flew at San Diego Comic-Con last year.
Oh.
They had it hovering over the crowd.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
See that. Yeah, that's pretty epic looking car, man.
It
I just
is,
need like the
dude.
side car to pop out of it, and we're just good to go. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
So I guess Fantastic Four issue number 4 is going to be blowing up, or is it issue 3?
Oh, is
The
the
first
first the Fantastic
Fantastic-
car?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those books are already out of reach. So many of these books are just like not even obtainable by most.
Yeah, Fantastic Four, sure. Yeah, the very first ones. Yeah.
I like the sound. Again, the sound design on him running through the street is cool. Yeah. There's John Malkovich.
Malkovich.
We'll see. Okay. First glimpse as Galactus. So definitely the stuff that I've read recently, which is the Doom one shot and a couple of various other things. I'm used to seeing him just massive, but they're going with his older ways of reducing in size and I think he has it's like a world. It's like an energy sucker thing that he uses to destroy the world. So I guess that's the route that they're going.
Well, he doesn't eat planets. He absorbs them with his world engine thing or whatever he has.
World engine, yeah.
Yeah, that absorbs all the power, and then he absorbs that from the engine.
Yeah, this I'm really, really interested to see. The guy that does the voice for Galactus is what's his freaking name? I can't think of his name. But his voice is insane. I think we've actually listened to this before on one of the podcasts. The voice is perfect. The voice I think is going to be perfect.
All I ever hear is like Beastie Boys, intergalactic, planetary. It's just when I saw it the first time, I popped in my head. I was like, all right, it's okay,
Yeah.
cool. Look,
Thank God they didn't cut to that song when this popped up.
like
Jesus.
in Star Trek when they're like little Beastie Boys at the end,
Right. Yeah.
So Galactus is obviously very big and reaching, and I really hope he's cool. Hey, I
Mm-hmm.
hope honestly, I don't even care if we don't see him at all. If we only see his shadow, that'd be fine too.
No, that's so fingers and toes is the world engine, the shadow above his shadow. I think he's talking about. Can y'all see my mouse when I move?
Yeah, you can.
You can see my mouse where it's going.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
That's
fingers and
Central Park.
toes. Yeah, that's Central Park. Right there.
Yeah. Or is
Love-
it? But yeah.
Yeah. Lovely place.
It is. It's a great place.
And let's see. So he looks good. Let's keep going. Yeah. Man, what's he gonna look like, dude?
As a family.
So clearly they landed and that thing opened up as a display. Like they're being displayed like the Stark show, like and then the Iron Man shows that always had like the Stark.
Come on, this.
Yeah. It's like, when he landed the Stark. What is that thing he had? Like a Stark show, and it's like.
All right, Rev. We're getting into my realm of expertise.
Okay, I don't know what it's called, but you go.
All right. So this right here, when I made my trailer reaction, I used this shot as the thumbnail, and I put another little blurry little image next to it, and I said most people will miss what this is.
I missed it.
This right here.
Stark Expo. Yes.
No. Let me show you.
I don't see anything. It's oh.
Hold on.
Okay. It's arrows. There's a bunch of arrows. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Oh. Well, go ahead. What you got?
You see that? This is poetry, sir. This is poetry.
What is happening? Hold on, let me zoom in here. Wait. What is this? Is that from that thing you do? The Beatles?
No, this is the Beatles. Hold on. Can you see this?
Are they trying to act like the Fantastic Four are like as big as the Beatles?
What they're doing is they are homaging the very first time the Beatles appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show in February of 1964.
Wow. Okay.
And that is exactly what they're doing here. And it's symbolic because, well, one, it's in the 60s. Two, like, that was the Beatles' introductory to the United States, which is also like the introductory to the world, because the U.S. for pop culture was like the tower to everything else that was out there.
Okay.
So when the Beatles played on Ed Sullivan Show, it was like a statement of the times. It was the start of pop culture. It was the start of this new form of rock and roll. And everybody watched the Beatles on Ed Sullivan Show back it was in February of 1964. And they're 100% making this just like that.
Okay,
like,
that's cool. That's cool.
This is the Fantastic Four's introduction in the same way it was the Beatles' introduction to everybody. They're doing this with this family. And when I immediately saw this, like, I was like, holy shit.
Did you know immediately? Did you like, were you just
the second it hit the screen, like, I don't know if I could do a YouTube channel of being a Beatles fan.
Okay. So this is iconic. It's an iconic Beatles image. Okay.
It is. I would think it is, but I didn't hear. Eventually people started talking about it, like, once they started like kind of like breaking it down and stuff. But the second I saw the arrows, like, boom, I knew it.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man. Good eye.
It's so cool because I just love the Beatles so much. It's like has a lot to do with me and my dad and our relationship, and
right.
And like he introduced me to the Beatles and I was obsessed. It's why I started playing music. Yeah. So I this is amazing to see.
Are you named John because of?
No.
Okay, I was making sure.
John Derek. John Derek. Yeah.
Okay.
There was an actor, Bo Derek, was married to.
So that's cool. So, but again, this goes to my case in point where I say that I think that this is going to run the gamut from them like becoming to like, them being tired. I think that, wow. I mean, I look, it's my podcast and I walk away learning way more from it, like I'm excited about it for sure,
Yeah. Didn't you guys start in the 60s? Doctor Strange swag. What's up, man? That is a great line that Strange delivers, which is low key what he meant in that line for sure. So yeah, as soon as I saw this, it was just completely gushing over it. And just a great introduction altogether. I mean, a great punctuation at the end of the trailer, and the trailer did enough. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It's a teaser. It gave you the dynamic of the characters, the feel of it, the music, the score, and I think that was perfect.
I would have to agree. I thought it was very good. And I like the fact that it raises questions. I mean, just leave them unanswered. You ever watch trailers and you're like, God, I feel like I watched the movie. Like, don't tell us. Fuck it. Like. So
yeah, you're 100% right. Like, I think what's happening is there's going to be a reverse effect of trailers. The movies with the least trailers, right, are going to end up doing the best because they're going to have more longevity in the box office, because word of mouth, people are going to have lower expectations. So they're going to enjoy the movie more. Mm-hmm. So they're going to tell more people about it after. And that word of mouth is going to push more movies to stay longer in the box office. So my theory is the shorter the trailer, the better it does in the theaters. And there's other movies like there's one movie right now that's a horror movie where a girl goes on a blind date and they literally show almost the entire movie in the trailer. Yeah. And I'm just like, you're done.
Well, we talked about this a couple shows ago. I think the trailers, like I said, trailers, because people in the world have such short attention spans now, you have to catch my attention immediately. And these trailers are that vehicle. And like I said, as much as a good being this right here, you have the bad for that Transformers 1, because Transformers 1, they literally made it look like a buddy movie, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I never saw that movie. I've still never seen that movie because I didn't want to see a buddy movie. And then everybody comes out of that movie when they saw it, and they're like, it's not that at all. It's amazing. And I think that they really screwed themselves monetarily by having that kind of like trailer. I think they're important. I think that you're right. And consequently, again, last night when I showed my wife the Superman trailer, it's the newer one. It's not as good. It's not as good. The first one I saw where he's saving the child and punching the window and the dog, he's whistling to a crypto. That was a cool trailer. The second one, I don't care. It didn't look as good. You know?
Yeah,
and
that's the one where like he's flying, he zips through the rocks and he spins, and they do a close up on his face, and he's got the cross eye.
People need to stop, dude. You know, like
That's funny.
That's fucked up. I mean, like they clearly left it in because I mean, I can't say he's human because he's not, but I mean, like,
right?
They clearly know what they're doing. Yeah, that's messed up.
Who knows? All right, so let's go to our next segment. So trailer overall good, right? Overall, it all nets to positive. Let's go to our next segment. This is so Rev and I put together a couple of books, 10 books to be on the lookout for, on the hunt for, if you're out there.
I would say it's more for you, but I am doing my contributing part. You know.
So what would you call Rev? We'll say Rev's favorite anomalies are.
I picked these books because obviously like the content is mostly ridiculous. However, wouldn't it be cool if these subjects were broached or these people were brought out, trotted out in the Fantastic Four world? Is there a way to stagger them? Like you do one, then I do one? Is that is that even a possibility?
Sure. You want to go with yours first?
Oh, I mean, I want to do one of mine first. No, you do one of yours first because they're all
one of
gonna
mine
leave.
first. Okay, let's see.
Yours first.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Actually, I posted this on my Instagram account. Let's go with this one right here.
Tell me
Fantastic Finds, Weapon H number 6. This is the J Sky. This is look, man. So when you have great artists in the game, and something a character or a group gets hot, there's going to be a correlation of, okay, well, what has this hot artist done of this hot group, right? Mm-hmm. So this is a Weapon H number 6 Campbell variant. This is one I picked because look, it's J. Scott Campbell, and he's always bringing his A game, and this is a great cover. Look at Sue Storm's left leg here. It's cool. Invisible, it's just an awesome cover. And I just think that this is going to be one that people, once they start, people can't find FF1. They're not going to find these Silver Age, big keys, the typical average person. So they're going to look to good covers, minor keys, things like that.
A lot of good covers. Fantastic Four. Just kind of when you and I were laughing and talking about getting these covers together, there are a lot of good Fantastic Four covers. If you just went and looked at them, because I know how you like vibrant colors and things like that. There are such vibrant colors.
Yeah, for sure. So this is the first one I chose, and I think we're gonna go 6 for 6. I think each of us are gonna do 5 or 6. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just roll through it. So this is my first one.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Not fantastic. Weapon H number 6, the J. Scott Campbell variant.
This represented one of the worst times of the Fantastic Four. This is the jumping of the shark, where they just try to like redo them, remodel them over and over again to find something that would work for the time in the 90s. Mm-hmm. And I actually picked one of these covers. Can you find it quick?
Which one is it?
It's I think it's you'll know when it's there. It looks almost like this one.
Let me see. Oh yeah. Hold on.
And I picked the cover that I picked because like it would be great like in Wolverine. I'm sorry, in Deadpool, when they're walking through the different versions of the multiverse and they came across this. I would love the cameo of this, which is the same thing you're talking about right there.
So hold on. Yeah. So this actually might be an homage. This is an homage. This is an homage to that.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Kind of, for the most part.
This is 100%. Okay. That's an homage to that. Cool. Okay.
This cover came up. This was literally the dark times of Marvel and Fantastic Four. they're doing this, like to get people to buy the book. This is when Sue Storm, she was already kind of like a pseudo Marvel sex symbol, but this is when they really just pushed her out there and said, "You're going to buy Fantastic Four because of look at this," you know.
These thighs here.
And the gimp mask that the thing is wearing for some reason.
This is foily as fuck too, right? This is super
It's
foily.
wonderfully foily. Yes, everything
Yeah.
in the background is all foiled. Yes, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful book.
Yes. All right. Next up on the list. All right. My next one's going to be. This is Fantastic Four number 24, the Alex Ross anniversary variant. I think people are going to fall in love with Ben Grimm. And the way they're portraying Ben Grimm in this movie is just the most Alex Ross accurate, comic accurate version. So I think when people see this in stores, I think people are initially going to pick it up, and then I think people are probably going to look for it on the secondary market because they can't find it in stores.
It's interesting that you picked that because the thing about the thing about the thing is that
The thing
he
about the
is
thing.
he is patently unliked. Like people like him, but he is not anything that moves a meter for money. Like if you open Marvel cards and you get a thing, you're like, fuck. It's like if you get a special holographic card, it's a thing, you're like, dude, nothing. You just put it to the side.
Right.
He does not track monetarily. Like nothing he has is worth it. Find me a Ben Grimm key. Okay, I will. Choose my next one.
Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. What is it? Hold on.
I just want to put the word oatmeal into your mind. I just want to put oatmeal into your mind.
Is it
Is
it this one?
No.
That's
How
not that
dare
one?
you.
Oh. What's funny is my wife said, we were talking about doing this, and my wife, she literally said, no Nazi covers. and Kevin sends me this one. He's like, yeah, put this one on.
Hold my keg.
Yeah, hold my Stein.
Dude. Yeah, okay, so look, dude, one of my favorite books of all time. John Byrne was on a bender, man. Like, that's all you can say. I don't know how this book got through. So it would be, again, this is a whole multiverse thing.
Don't you have this slabbed?
I'm going to.
Okay.
To. Unapologetically, I'm going to have this.
In a 3, like you should get the slab, but you should actually fuck it up and just get it slabbed in like a 3.5.
I would.
That'd be
Just
hilarious.
spill some coffee on it.
Yeah.
This
That'd be
entire thing is so funny because if you read this book, it's a self-contained book completely, and they're back in time, and Nick Fury is trying to kill Hitler, and Sue Storm says, "And we've got to stop him, or do we?"
All right.
What's going
Fantastic
on?
Force 292, the Elon Musk variant. His heart goes out to us, guys. His heart goes out to us.
I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but
Oh man,
Hitler
dude.
doesn't make it.
And we've got to stop him, or do we? Like, what is she?
Do
You
we?
blonde hair, blue-eyed. Jesus, that's hilarious, dude.
Oh
Okay,
my goodness. Okay, next.
thank you for choosing that
I
from
want
the
to
bottom of my heart.
I want to put
What?
oatmeal out there. Now find my oatmeal
I
cover.
I can't. So I have a very small window of what I
Okay,
can
okay.
see on here.
Look at the thing on the cover. It's the biggest.
Oh, there we go.
What the fuck is this, dude?
Oh man.
Can we please have? I realize that everything I have is like just like the multiverse thing, but
Now that's what I call an incursion.
dude, somewhere in the late '80s, he mutated and became like more like a Mullet
Godzilla.
Croc. and his
Thingzilla?
girlfriend, dude,
The beginning and the end.
somehow. So it was Crystal. But somehow like Alicia became
Whew.
oatmeal thing.
Oh God. Okay, that's hilarious. That's awesome.
Ben Grimm did not stay like that for very long because the artists hate drawing it. So,
Okay.
speaking of physiology,
All right. Next one I picked. I think people might start to be on the lookout for. This is actually a trade paperback. This is the Fantastic Four versus Galactus trade paperback. This is the Alex Ross variant cover. Reprints Fantastic Four 48 through 50 and 241 through 244. I already ordered one.
oh, that's cool.
I was doing like, all right, what's out there? And I stumbled across this. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, is this a comic? Like, is this a single issue? And turns out it's a trade paperback. So I guess your bedrock of the Galactus and FF4 stories are in this with a great Ross cover. So this will match my Immortal Hulk trade paperback, or not trade paperback, compendium that Kevin got me for my birthday.
Happy birthday,
yesterday. I appreciate, dude, such a great present. I really appreciate that. And I can't wait to dig into that. So yeah, this is really cool. Like, this is something a lot of people don't think about. There's a lot of trade paperbacks that have completely different cover art that, you know, is really, really, really cool.
Bill Sienkiewicz does a lot of like early X-Men stuff. That's the trade paperback or the whatever. There's so much better than anything you saw in the regular covers.
Yeah.
You know, so Fantastic Four is guilty of something really amazing. I think it's almost back-to-back issues where they introduce it's Galactus, and he's in one book, and there's like the one before is like the Watcher or Silver Surfer. Like they're back-to-back books, aren't they?
It's Fantastic Four 48, 49, and 50. 48 is the
crazy.
48 is the first Silver Surfer cameo Galactus. 49 is first full Galactus, first cover of Galactus, and then 50 is the other one. The end of the story.
That's a pretty good run there, man. You know.
It is, yeah, for sure.
Nice. All right. What's next?
What we got?
You've already used my Hitler cover, so like.
Black Bolt?
Yeah, dude. Black Bolt at one point was a bad guy. The Inhumans were bad guys to the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
They were just misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually they were quickly good, but yeah, man, Black Bolt came on strong, dude. He was a bad motherfucker in those early books. So again, I mean, Black Bolt is a very intriguing character. He's already been introduced, you know. So I mean, like,
True.
you like the angle where somebody's the bad guy, then they turn good. The Inhumans were a very big part of the Fantastic Four. Huge.
Right.
Again, like I said, Crystal and Johnny, and then, you know, I think Crystal eventually had a kid with, what's the fast guy? Quicksilver. But yeah, no, the Inhumans are a very interesting story, nonetheless. They were all humans at one point, and then they were morphed by Skrull, Terrigen Mist, and they all became more, and they were actually living on Earth, and they went to the moon as a treaty ceasefire with the Fantastic Four. So the
blue part of the moon.
Is that yeah? Okay, I mean yeah, they're a very big part of the Fantastic Four, all the way up and down. So I mean, they're cool. I think that they're cool. You know. So,
yeah.
You said pick people that might be in there or might be the bad guys. I think you can go this direction. You know, if you're gonna make it cosmically looking, you can go this direction.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Next one. All right, we're going to talk bad guys, potential bad guys, books that nobody's really talking about right now that could become relevant.
I keep forgetting the dog's name.
Make way for the Maker. Ultimate Fallout number 4. Can we see the Maker at some point in this and see a resurgence? But how cool would that be to see this book have another rise to fame, similar, not like COVID, because nothing's ever going to be like COVID again, but because of the Maker, not because of Spider-Man. How cool would that be?
We've talked about this before. I've read this book, and the Spider-Man, the Miles Morales story is stupid in it. It's dumb. However, it's the first appearance of him. The Maker story is not dumb in it. It's good. Yes. I'm a big fan of the Maker. Have been for a long time. My brother introduced me to him and said, "Read the stories about this guy. He's a total dickhead, and he's just wonderful." You know. But it's crazy because it's one of those books that like now it's impossible to get. You know, like you're not going to get it because of Miles Morales. But Johnny, you're 100% right. Amazingly enough, the Maker and Miles Morales' both introductions are the same damn book.
It's crazy.
Holy
man.
shit! You know.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if you know, I don't know if the Maker could ever like bring as much value to the book as Miles, but I just think it would be very cool if he did. I think it'd be really, really cool.
That's an interesting take for sure.
Let's see. You got
I think I got one more, maybe.
One more, maybe.
We're gonna be perfectly on our hour and a half mark. We're gonna hit it, Johnny. We got 11 minutes left. We're good.
Wait a second. We did this one, we did that one, we did that one. I think that's it.
Nope.
That's not it?
I got two more.
Not this one.
Did you not do my
I did. I did.
Did you didn't do the girl on the cover, the angry girl?
Malice.
Well,
Did you want to do that one?
sure, yeah, dude.
Okay. I don't have a slide. I thought you were gonna do I thought you were gonna do something else because you were thinking that was her first cover appearance.
Oh no. I was just saying like Malice. I think the idea that like Sue Storm being the bad guy is a good thing too. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean I don't know. I think that they could go anywhere they want. I'm excited again. If you're saying that the universe is such that like they're from a different universe and you kind of like slid that in there in the know. I'm down for that, man. I think that's cool as hell. You know, like do that.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see. Hold on. Pull it up right here. Yeah. Here we go. There's a rev cover.
Oh, I got one more.
Oh, this is the book you're talking about. I'm surprised this one didn't pop off with Marvel Rivals. You know.
Is the one with Malice?
Yeah. Here.
Let's see what
That's probably the best Malice cover, I would say.
that's the one that I picked. Yeah, right there. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sue Storm. Is she in Marvel Rivals like that?
Yeah, I know, right? That's what, huh?
Is she in
Yeah,
Marvel Rivals
yeah,
like
that's her
that?
new skin. Yeah,
Oh
that's her
my
new skin.
God.
Yeah,
Jesus
her
Christ.
first appearance with that skin first appearance popped off like a month ago. And then so did the
it?
cover.
Okay.
Yeah, the cover appearance after. Yep.
Well, so that goes to what you're talking about with the whole Rivals bringing comic books up kind of thing, or what? Is that go to speak to that, or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely gave a rise to that issue. Nobody gave a shit about that issue before, you know?
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
all.
I didn't realize she had other appearances before that. When I was looking, I just saw that one, you know? So,
Yeah. And then let's see. Do I have anything else?
Evil Lynn, he's right. Yes, indeed. It does. It does.
What?
Look, Fingers and Toes says getting some Masters of the Universe Evil Lynn. She does look like Evil Lynn. But I think the crazy thing is like that was a time where they were just like Marvel was just like again like was just like spin. They were just trying to get some traction with something to get people to buy the damn books. So I mean, you see that on the cover, you're like, yeah, what's going on? I want to see what's going on there, you know?
Right.
So
And then the last one that you did was Fantastic Four 30.
maybe who's that?
Diablo?
Oh, Diablo. Yeah, I mean, like again, like lesser known. I mean, there's a gentleman in here or a man. I'm not sure if the gender doesn't matter, but they were asking if I read. But yeah, Diablo was like an early, like just thorn in the side for the Fantastic Four for a good long while, you know. And I was thinking this one because if you're going to use like colorful characters, you know, why not Diablo? You know, I mean, you got Pascal Perez, like Diablo. You know, like so again. Pascal Perez with this, and we don't.
Pedro Pascal.
Sorry. I'm like
Pascal Perez.
Pedro Pascal. I'm gonna do it again. Sorry. What's the thing's real name again?
Ben Grimm. Oh, Evan Mass Backrack. Evan Mass Backrack. Evan
okay.
Massive Backrocks.
I've already forgot. Pedro Pascal. So Pascal's like in the Wonder Woman movie. He was in it. I thought he was so good, dude. I thought he was so good in that movie. What is your wish? What is your wish? And he's like crying. And he's like the bad guy, but he's not the bad guy. But ultimately he is. But he did such a good job in that thing, you know? I think that he can play all the emotional values. And I think that that's going to be an important thing is being Reed Richards, playing somebody who has to convey emotion without conveying emotion. It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm super stoked. Yay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you know? And we're going to see both of them.
I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent.
All right.
All right, I'm done.
Let's see. What did I have? It's so hard to see this. Invisible Woman #1. This is the Adam Hughes cover, I think. This kind of goes back to the J. Scott Campbell thing. Popular artist, popular team. People are going to look for that. So this is Invisible Woman #1. Jesus Christ. Adam Hughes variant. And then the last one I had. This is one I almost sold on a stream not too long ago, and I decided not to. And now I'm very happy I decided not to. This is Fantastic Four Life Story #3. This is the Breakfast Club variant. Hold on. This thing's awesome.
You love that Adam Hughes, man. And I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you that's why everybody bought that book. That's cool.
Yeah, this thing is great, man.
What
This
is
thing
that?
is
What is that anyway? That's like a.
Fantasy for Life Story. Life Story is it's a series of, I think they're 4 issues, and they kind of sum up like the core of like if it's Spider-Man, it would have like number 1 would probably be like the death of
Gwen Stacy.
no of Uncle Ben.
Mhm.
It would kind of like, and I think it goes through the 60s to like the 90s of like their main story arcs from those eras, from those decades. You know, so it kind of gives you like the main things that happen in that character's story arcs from like, you know, when they first created in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And like one of my grails, modern grails, is ASM or Spider-Man Life Story number 3, the 1 in 25 variant.
Oh wow.
And this thing is let's see if I can find it.
Yeah. I've never seen these before. You know.
Let's see, Life Story 3. This
So I
thing
guess
is amazing.
while you're looking that up, what is the big book this movie's gonna make people want to buy? Because they can't get Fantastic Four 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10. You know, like. So which one do you think is gonna be the one that is the most attainable? One that people are gonna try and get.
I
know this one.
No.
I know the Spider-Man. Yeah, you love this,
Dude.
one.
Oh, dude. 80s, man. Black suit Spidey, 80s vibes. Incredible cover. The Twin Towers in the background in a Lamborghini. Mary Jane with the perm and the jean jacket. The color scheme is very Paper Chase-esque. Like,
Why do you not have this? Let me ask that question.
because it's like it's a couple $100. I need to find a good copy. I will get this.
That was a better answer. Not the money, the copy. You need to get a good copy.
Well, I mean, like I need to get like
a
I need to find like a 9.8 candidate, but that's not graded.
That's rough, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
rough.
modern grill.
That's cool as shit, though. It
The
looks like
fucking
it's a-
helicopter, dude.
Dude, that's a Nintendo. It's a regular Nintendo cover right there. You know,
Absolutely,
that's good. Damn.
absolutely. Looking at he's swinging from the helicopter, and there's like nukes dropping on New York City.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
Yeah.
nuts. Good deal.
One day you'll call me and you'll be like, I got it. Be like, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just for sure. So that was it. That was some 10 books to be on the look for. Spider-Man Life Story 3, 1980s. Watch out for that one.
Yeah, good luck getting that one.
Yeah.
You'll be bidding against Johnny if you try and get that book.
It's out there. I just need to pull the trigger. So yeah, final thoughts on the trailer, on anything?
No, I thought that the trailer was good. Let that be the only trailer. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Let that be the only trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that.
I mean, of course they're not, but I mean, like, you have to we don't know who the bad guy is. You need to see the
Yeah.
bad guy. But
Yeah. What's your thoughts on them releasing it yesterday and not on Super Bowl Sunday, or 2 days ago and not on Super Bowl Sunday? Do you think that's the right move?
I never think about it like that because it's like these things just come out now. I mean, like Super Bowl Sunday, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, because then it's not like one of those like wait till halftime for the release of. It used to be that way. A couple of years would be like at halftime they're going to show these things, but I mean, like, it's almost like the day before, the day of, earlier. You know, I mean, it's very rare that like you have a moment. And you're too young to know this, but at one point, The Simpsons were a Sunday night at 7:00. I think they still are, but it was the worldwide release of Michael Jackson's Black or White video. You know,
Oh, yeah.
and we knew about it like a week before it was coming on. Okay, so the entire world watched The Simpsons to watch the 9-minute version of Black or White afterwards, and it was
Right.
all anybody talked about that next day.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
So that kind of sentiment is gone. That doesn't really happen now. So I mean, it's like, I think you text me and you're like, "Hey, did you see the trailer?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know." I didn't know, whatever. Like, so I mean, I don't think it makes a huge impact the way it used to. I think people want to see it, but it's like you can then just get it a second later. It's not like I said
Sure.
with the black and white video, it was gone, and then MTV got a hold of it at some point, but it wasn't like
Right.
instantaneous.
Yeah.
You know?
Macaulay
So
Culkin.
I know that I missed the video. I can see, if I miss a trailer, I can see it again. So I guess it's not a big impetus to spend $20 million to see a trailer once.
I think it's I think it's extremely smart that they did it on their own day, even though they had like a pre-show before the trailer
Yeah.
that went terrible. It was a complete disaster.
Yeah, what happened? That's my kind of thing. What happened? What do you mean a pre-show?
Like, well, I wouldn't say like, all right. So they did like this countdown thing. They sent a link out, and then I didn't wake up for this, or I watched a replay of this. But they basically sent a link out, and all of these people were in like a space station next to the Saturn. What is it? The Saturn V. It was a space shuttle that actually took Apollo 13 or to the moon. And so Fantastic Four, all the actors came out. There were a bunch of fans there, and they had this girl asking questions and interviewing all of them. And just her, I don't know if her mic was messed up or her earpiece was messed up, but it was the most, not the camera, but like she was like stumbling over her words. She was terrible. And it was just so awkward and weird. And, so it was just kind of like a disaster and just awkward. But I think it's overall it netted to good that they had the day to themselves. I think if they would have done it on Super Bowl Sunday, I think a lot of that noise and that hype would have gotten, diluted by all the other stuff that was happening in that day. There's going to be another Thunderbolts trailer. There's going to be another Superman trailer. There's going to be probably something that nobody's expecting. And, so I think it would have gotten kind of dumbed down by all that. So I think it's actually smart that they did a day to themselves.
I'm with that. Yeah, I think it makes
And then
sense.
look, they're Disney. They can just do another trailer, a second trailer, a replaying of the teaser trailer during the Super Bowl anyway. Like they can still air it during the Super Bowl. So
what is this Thunderbolts thing you're talking about? I don't seem to know what you're talking about. Does anybody know anything about Thunderbolts?
Oh, absolutely. Thunderbolts is going to be one of the best movies. Thunderbolts is going to be so good. Well, if you're talking about since, I mean, I think it's going to be Marvel's best movie.
Ooh, wow.
Since Spider-Man No Way Home. Since Spider-Man No Way Home, I think it's going to be. But you didn't like that. So since Endgame. I said since. I'm not saying that's good. Okay. I'm saying since. Like it's going to be their biggest. Or maybe even Guardians 3. Guardians 3 was really.
You really
a lot of people
movie,
love
huh?
Guardians
3.
Oh,
you really liked it?
Oh yeah, I thought it was great, man. That was great. A lot of people thought it was great. Thunderbolts will do, but no, Zim, I love you, dude. But this is as much as I wanted to, as much as I like wanted to do. I don't think that this will happen. I just don't think it doesn't. One, it doesn't have the appeal to a wider audience. Like it's darker. It's a little more on the adult side. There's less 7-year-olds that are going to go to Thunderbolts than Fantastic Four. There's less tickets that's going to be had. But I think that in retrospect, when Marvel fans of our age compare the two movies, I think quality-wise, I think they're going to be closer than a lot of people think.
Okay. And then Captain America comes out next week. What are your predictions there? Wait. Come on, man.
I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be mid at best.
That's going to be like the way the Secret Wars felt, or like when you watch Secret Wars, you're kind of like,
Secret Wars?
Yeah, wow, you didn't watch it. The one Secret Wars on with Nick Fury's last hurrah. The Secret Wars, it came out last year. I think.
You mean Secret Invasion?
Secret Invasion. Sorry.
Yeah.
Secret.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be better than that. That was not good at all. That had one good scene in it, but no, overall it was not good. I think Captain America is going to just be barely making the bar of like, okay, this is good. It's gonna be barely making that bar. I think it's gonna have some problems. I've seen a couple of they've released a couple of snippets, some clips, and to me, those clips looked awful. Like
wow.
the acting.
I did not think you're gonna say that.
The acting, the editing, those clips looked not good at all. I think the trailers have looked really good and promising, but the clips that I've seen,
I like that song.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, that makes me go like, I want
yeah,
to watch it.
sure,
But then I don't
yeah.
want to watch it because I don't care about the guy with wings. I just never have, you know. Like,
Right, and that's part of the thing going for it. Like, a lot of people have a trouble connecting to Sam Wilson as Cap, or maybe just Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, rather. Kind of hard to say.
I mean, he's local here. He's our guy, you know, so I'm kind of
I
cool
know.
with that. But I just don't think that. I mean, I don't know. I'm hopeful. I don't think that Giancarlo Esposito is being used correctly. I just think he's such a great person. But maybe
Yeah.
he is. I don't know. I mean, Harrison Ford. I mean, Harrison Ford is cantankerous old man. I mean, it seems not like a stretch anymore for acting.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm hopeful. I mean, I guess I'm gonna go see it. Are we gonna go see that too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Fuck yeah, we'll go see it.
I think Mackie would do better, and they would do better writing Sam Wilson with way more reverence for Cap. Sam Mackie has this chip on his shoulder kind of attitude. This, yeah, you're right. I'm not Captain America. Like, I feel like if he were to be more reverent towards, like, and grateful for Cap, more of almost feeling like he doesn't deserve to be having the shield. I feel like that's a better conflict of like, he doesn't, and maybe that even happened in Captain America, the show. I can't even remember the show barely, but I feel like if his character would
Winter
take
Soldier
that,
show or whatever.
yeah, Captain America and Winter Soldier. Yeah. I feel like if you were to take that approach towards like not worthy of the shield, I think people will find him way more relatable, more likable, rather than coming into it, and just kind of having this chip on his shoulder and kind of being a smart ass. It's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't fit well with the image of Captain America.
All right, well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully together, man. Let's get our tickets and go. Hopefully they won't be all sold out.
Yeah, for
Fair
sure.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. I don't think this could be sold out. I don't think it's gonna be sold out at all. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Any last words, Rev?
No, man, I think we're good. Great seeing you. Great seeing everybody. Remember, yesterday was Johnny's birthday. Hit him up on Instagram. Give him a hard time. 30-something years old.
39.
Okay, I knew. I just want to say it.
Yeah, I'll say
But-
it. I'm 39.
He's 39. Handsome as ever. The voice of an angel. Anyway.
Thank
All
you,
right,
man.
again,
Appreciate you.
Go check out Paper and Plastic. It's actually Doc Plagueis' his show, which is new. They had 3 episodes. They're great if you want to learn about toys and comic books together. It's really good. It's a masterful show. It's a lot of fun to watch. And then come back over here and talk about that show and other thing you're doing out there, you guys. And we appreciate you in the void.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Thank y'all very, very much. Have a good weekend. Happy Super Bowl weekend. Hit like on your way out. See you on the next page. Oh, and share. Sharing is caring.